assist.
And ball movement is one of those great things. One of the things you learn early in this game is that if everybody gets involved, then everyone has a chance to win.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Irving. Had to force that one, but it's no good. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter.
Sit him down. Ice.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Rozier into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Can't connect. Shot was forced.
But I don't put that on the shooter, Ed. I put that on the passer. You have to put your players in the best possible position to score the ball. You know that's not a strength of his.
Irving buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Possession lies with Golden State. Livingston's shot won't go. Rozier rocking the rim.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. First quarter's complete with the Celtics in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. And scores. Strong take.
I don't want to use the word streaky, but Jason Tatum tends to score in bunches. Let me tell you how. He's one of the most effective players in the league and most efficient at catching the ball on the move. A lot of players waste time in stationary positions or overindulging in triple threat jabs, but not Jason. He catches the ball directly and goes, which means he's the ideal of smart, decisive basketball.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 36, Marcus Smart.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively. You can't make any shots. Then you see the ball go in. Boom. Switch turned on.
With a drop step. Shot from the lane won't go.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Rozier buries the three.
I gotta be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Golden State at the controls. Curling inside. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Up a dozen. Inside the paint on that one.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Visit our team website for more details. Number 35, Kevin Durant.
Durant gets a look, can't hit. Trying to cash in, it's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot. On the follow, way to stay with it.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Warriors basketball. With a drop step. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. He dared them to get in the way.
So many players try to get pretty with the game. They want to dance. They want to do all these tricks. Maybe a God Shamdad. But sometimes you got to revert back to the old school style of the way we play the game. Just put your head down and stop me if you can.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for two. Add 2 points to the board. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court with saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala both on and off the court.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Off the assist.
The passing has been great, but the movement without the ball has been even better. Seeing a play before it happens is a skill set a lot of people don't talk about. But a great pass combined with great movement, good luck with that.
Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. With another basket there. Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his guys together and talk things over.
Visit our team website for the latest news, videos, interviews, and features.
Steve Kerr making some changes to his lineup.
To attend a post-game press conference, visit the website for your
Curry
chance to win.
can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Into the front court, it's Irving. Under a minute to go before halftime. Durant across the timeline. Down a bundle. Celtics come away with it. Tatum. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Irving had to rush that one, and it's no good. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys down big. Thompson had to force that one, but it's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
gets off at 3. At the buzzer, a very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Celtics didn't hold back in that opening half, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. The Warriors did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter.
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible job of adjusting to the flow of the game. They're also lacking effort in their execution.
Player of the half.
Tatum has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Irving brings the ball up court.
Come on, man. I need you to take the screen.
Inside, he scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Iguodala to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. In the slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Curry to bring it up. Looking to make something happen.
Let's shoot.
Celtics come away with it. Brown into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Irving. Tough shot. He hits. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How is he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
Celtics have it. Irving. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Thompson had to rush that one, and it's no good. Irving into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had to force that one, but it's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Curry.
Hey, good contest.
He got it off in time, but that shot no good. Irving with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Irving. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Curry with the ball. Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Here's Cousins. Cousins' shot won't fall. Beyond the arc for three. Had to rush that one, and it's no good. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
New blood coming in for both sides. Thompson. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
Warriors have the basketball. Thompson had to force that one, but it's no good. Rozier, and he buries it.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
No good. The defender was a little too close for comfort.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit it.
Count the basket inside.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Hayward. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
That misses with a second to go. Third quarter comes to an end. The Celtics way out in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Warriors have the basketball. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. From the painted area, won't go down.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Hayward. Man, that was a tough shot.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Not that time.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
Durant. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
It is extremely prevalent right now for three-point shooters because of the skill set at every position is that versatile. Even your 5s and 4s can knock down 3s at a high clip.
It's a world of great three-point shooters and great three-point shooting teams. KD with the rock. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Can't connect.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Not today.
I understand the refs may have made some calls that make you a little bit hesitant defensively, but still, I'd rather you be aggressive than non-aggressive, because if you're non-aggressive, you need to sit on the bench next to the coach.
That no good. Had no choice but to rush it there. Durant had to rush that one, and it's no good. Nothing going here on that drive. For 3, had to force that one, but it's no good. It's Golden State basketball. Short jumper stays out. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. From long range, Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough three-pointer.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Curry into the front court. Down a bundle. Curry, he got it off in time, but that shot no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Kevin Durant has it. Driving right to the basket. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. He dared them to get in the way.
So many players try to get pretty with the game. They want to dance. They want to do all these tricks. Maybe a God sham dive. But sometimes you got to revert back to the old school style of the way we play the game. Just put your head down and stop me if you can.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guys down big. And a pass stolen by Boston. Horford with another basket there.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Possession lies with Golden State. Celtics have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Defense, let's go.
Knocked loose. Funky abusing the rim. Big finish.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here's a chance from long range. Smart as tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Thompson buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Celtics have it. The drive right to the basket. Inside, he scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
20-footer at the buzzer. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Celtics could not have been more dominant in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics. The Warriors are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors.
Game trap. Steals. Player of the game.
Tatum seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Nah. Playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. Nah, I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. Own the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cut. It's for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Hey, y'all false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, come through fly check, no cosign. I ain't need radio to do mine. I done fine, and I take my time check and take my tribe. Every level that I crossed in this game, like state lines, it was visionary. Either I'm genius or it's scary. Maybe it's both in this balance I deliver daily. For every in these streets trying to feed the babies. The single mama's working hard not to miss a payment. And dirty money get washed on royalty statements. Black owners in this game are powerful racists. Young, then the set just doing it makeshift out the garage. It's how you end up in Georgia. It's how you end up in penthouses, end up in cars. It's how you start off a end up a boss. It's how you win the whole thing and live with sweat dripping down your face. Cause the mission was last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the
Good evening from Northern California and Oakland. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Jay, Oracle Arena, oldest building in the league. Crazy to think this is its final season.
And Ed, if I know these fans and I know this team, they're going out with a bang. Good luck walking out of Oracle with the dub in Dub Nation.
They've had a lot to cheer about in recent years. Let's get ready for this one. And away we go. Irving. bothered by the defense as he drills it.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Warriors have the basketball. Curry has